everyone, it's Ritu here, and you're welcome to the growing seed. Actually looks so pretty. Hey, Latung. And it's very relevant for this video. Hey, it's extremely relevant. I thought I was back and better, but life just had other plans for me. Today, I'll actually be discussing something that is very close to my heart. It is something that I can finally say I have it within myself, and that is my journey in accepting myself just the way I am, right? Yeah, so today I will be discussing that, but without blabbing on too much, just get into the video. Growing up, like I said in my previous video, I wasn't popular. And that was due to many reasons, actually, now that I think about it. Growing up, I wasn't your typical girl that looked a certain way, And that is because there was a certain standard that you had to meet living in Mafikeng, or whichever school that you went to during my time, Yeah, so you had to meet a certain standard in these schools or in this certain area, your relaxed hair, your facial structure, your facial features, everything about you just had to be accepted by society then, Yeah, and I just never had that, like your bushy eyebrows, your thin lips, your facial features and your facial structure had to be different, I used to be teased a lot, like literally every day of my life. That was me. And I just imagine this face. Being teased? Doesn't make sense to me to this day. And it didn't really make sense to me back then either, because I was like, how do you make fun of me? Like, what is there? I don't get it. Like, they used to make fun of how big my head was. I mean, that's like normal. It's the fact that I said it's normal for me when it's actually not normal. You see how society just normalizes certain things that are not supposed to be normalized? Yeah, I hate that. The shape of my face also used to be made fun of, like how long my face is, right? So it really took me like a long time to just accept myself the way I was. And just through those experiences, like it made me, I don't like to use the word hate, but I really have to come in terms with it. I did hate how I looked just because of kids who also had a standard to meet, And it was for anyone, whether you were a girl or a boy, you had to meet a certain standard, So yeah, and I never really found a place that I would call a comfort zone. Even going to church, there was a certain standard that you had to meet, right? So I am Seventh-day Adventist. I attend church every Saturdays. And Saturday is like the 7th day of the week. You can go argue with your toes, okay? Yes. So I attend church every Saturday. So growing up, it was a bit challenging for me to be Seventh-day Adventist because I never really understood the concept growing up. I just knew that I went to church every Saturdays. I went to go praise the Lord. But there are certain things that you had to do. For example, we don't pierce our ears. Like, I still do not have piercings. You were not allowed to wear jewelry, which I am wearing now. I'm not allowed to wear these things like the beads, the neck pieces, the earrings, the nose rings, whatever it may be, tattoos, whatever it may be that had to do that went against the Bible or the church. We weren't allowed to do. So that was very difficult for me because I always looked like a boy growing up. Like, I used to cut my hair a lot, and even if I didn't cut my hair a lot, I never really relaxed my hair a lot. So I was always perceived as a boy because I never wore earrings. It was easier for me to look like a girl. Maybe during CVs, you maybe find me like wearing a skirt or a dress, which I never really liked because like, why must I wear a skirt or a dress to prove that I'm a girl? I remember like one instance where I cut my hair I think it was during grade 5. I was at my dad's workplace and I wanted to do like a project. We did project, the circuit, the electrical circuit. So I went there with my niece and my dad. When we got there, I was just like playing with my niece because like one thing about my niece, hey, that girl used to bully me. Like, I'm the one that's supposed to bully her, but she used to bully me. So I finally got the chance to like just play around with her, just to show her who's boss here, okay? Who's the girl? Because I'm the girl, hey?
I'm the girl. Okay? I'm the girl.
Yes. So I did that, right? I was just playing around with her. I wasn't really being a bully. I wasn't being violent. And then my dad's colleague came to me and then he pushed me. And I was like, why did you just push me? So then I just smiled. I was just like, okay, then that's fine. He just pushed me because like he thinks I'm being violent, which I'm not. So then it was time for us to actually discuss what the circuit should contain. So while we were discussing it, this guy was like, this is his project. He knows what to do. And I looked at him. I was like, bro, he was so shook. Like, he was so shook that I was a girl. Like, he just laughed it out. But like, that stuck with me. Yo, doesn't make sense to me, you know? So yeah, I've always struggled with my image. And like, it's not like puberty made it easier. Puberty made it worse. Like, for me, puberty is when I started obviously getting my boobs, my body structure, my body shape, and obviously acne also appeared, right? Yeah, so obviously anyone who has acne has bad experience at school or anywhere they went because you were always judged. But imagine like as a kid, not knowing how to control your acne, not knowing what to use. And now my body, oh my gosh, like guys, I had body changes, obviously, just like any other girl would have body changes. In my family, we all have this a certain body shape, right? Like, you know, the small waist, the big curves, and the big booty, right? So it's very much normal. But obviously, as a kid, I didn't like how my body looked. And only because how men made me so uncomfortable wearing certain things, right? So from anything that I would wear when I was 10 to when I was 12, things got a bit tighter because my curves were a bit more pronounced then, and obviously things would go up and things wouldn't fit through my thighs, so my thighs also got bigger. What's weird is that my chest didn't get bigger. Why? I don't know. I'm still looking for my chest to this day. Where is it? So yeah, that I also struggled with. I've always had this matured look with me, whether it was my body or my face. To this day, I don't look 19, okay? I look flipping 25, you know? I look married. Yo. So yeah, and then I obviously went to a different school. Yeah, I had like a pretty much the same experience going to a different school and even moving to a different town. Same experience, but I learned to accept myself the more I grew up, you know? Growing up wasn't easy. Being me was not easy. It was never easy. I don't think it's easy for anyone, you know? But I just got to terms with the fact that I am beautiful and I do have a beautiful body and I do have a beautiful face and I am a beautiful being in general, you know? Yeah, so I'm actually very proud of the woman I am becoming today because I guarantee you now, if I still had that same mindset that I had before, I wouldn't be here today, you know? I would still look behind my back just to see who is looking at my body. That's how insecure I was of my body. I still am, but I just know how to control it better now, you know? Yeah. Like even just like the other day, I was at OK with my sister. I was like busy pushing the trolley, so we were like about to approach the tellers. Is it tills or tellers? Yes, either or. And then my sister stood behind me. I was like wondering why she stood behind me because like she was in front of me the entire time, and then she went to stand behind me, and then she looked at me and she was like, you know what that guy was doing? You know why I'm standing behind you? And I was like, why? She's like, he took out his phone and wanted to take a picture of you. So then I stood behind you and then he saw that. I realized that and then he just walked away. Imagine bro, I'm not even comfortable enough to go anyway, because I know that like the amount of disgusting attention I will get from men. But I have come to terms with like the fact that I do have a certain body shape, and no man should ever make me feel ashamed of having this body shape, you know? Yeah. So my journey of self-acceptance has been quite tricky, you know? But that doesn't really matter now, because it has shaped me into the woman that I am becoming, you know? I can now stand up for myself. I can stand up for however I look like, because I know I am beautiful, you know? And that should go for anyone else. People should just let go of the notion that, you know what, I grew up this way and now I hate this world. I hate the world because of this, because of the way I grew up and because of the way I was treated. People should just let go of that notion and just start to accept themselves the way they are, because the world will continue being the world. Whether you're nice, whether you have a great personality, whether you have a lot to offer, like, the world doesn't change, society doesn't change, standards don't change. The only thing that you have to change is how you view it, you know? Yeah, you have to just continue living your life the way you want to, dress however you want to, put on makeup, whatever it may be, whatever that makes you, whatever that lights up that fire within you to be your most authentic self. Continue doing that, you know, or just start doing that. This was a very fulfilling experience for me. I won't lie, I really did enjoy filming this for you. If you have reached this far into the video, I would love to thank you so much for doing that. I know that I am not consistent. Okay, I wish I could be, but sometimes life just lies. I am guaranteeing you that I will produce content that screams Ridumete, okay? And from now on, I will be uploading every Sunday, because I feel like it is fitting for me to upload then. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with your friends, and of course, comments. I really do enjoy reading your comments. Thank you so much for the support that you guys have been showing me so far. And yeah, I will see you on my next upload, and please remember to always stay your true, authentic self. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Bye. Mwah. How subscribe again?
YouTube. Ni biar kiss video di YouTube.
I'm sorry guys, that was my brother.